education for the record?
My name is McGrath, and I'm a student majoring in chemistry at James State University.
Why were you in the Butterworth building to begin with?
I was in the Butterworth building to complete a simple chemistry lab that I had been assigned.
Who was with you in Lab 2A?
Tracy Waynes and Jesse Doerr were both already situated and working on their assignment when I entered the room. We weren't really great friends, but Tracy forgot his textbook, so I thought I would decide to give him mine.
Describe the conversing shared between the three of you.
Our conversation was about a guy in my neighborhood that Tracy kept asking constant questions about. And Tracy and Jesse were really friendly to me, but I was very rushed because I had piles of homework at home. I wanted to get home to finish that as soon as I could.
So when did you finally leave Lab 2A?
A little after 7, Tracy led the way and then Jesse exited at the end. I noticed afterwards that Jesse left his hot plate on the lab station, but I didn't think any much of it.
Why did you re-enter the Butterworth building?
I had to go to the bathroom, so I went right in and Jesse, we were right at the exit, so Jesse told me that he'd stay and have a smoke and wait for me.
Where did you go when you re-entered the Butterworth building?
I went straight to the bathroom. Then I saw Tracy there. We had a good conversation, and then I realized that Jesse was waiting for me. So I rushed outside to see Jesse, nowhere else, and then shortly after that I went home.
Where did you go once you left the building for the second time?
I'm sorry?
Where did you go once you left the building for the second time?
I had a lot of unfinished homework at home, so I swiped my ID card and I went straight home. Then, on the news, I saw the shocking news and I was appalled. I couldn't believe that the place I was just in was caught on fire.
So then why do you think you were accused of this crime?
I think I was accused because many people thought of me as a target because I got a B- with Professor Bode's class. But I didn't know Professor Bode had a relationship with his wife, and that his wife was the head of the Butterworth building.
When did you find out that they were in fact married to each other?
I found out after the police had told me, after the fire.
Permission to approach the witness with the exhibit? Mr. McGrath, could you tell us what this is?
This is the email I sent to Professor Bode. It was very late at night. I sent it right after I found out I got a B-, specifically at 1 in the morning.
So, were you upset by the B- you received from Professor Bode?
Of course I was upset. It hurt. I never got a B- in my career, my academic career. But it was very late at night, and after I talked to my parents early that night, in a couple days after that, they reassured me that they weren't worried and they were okay with me getting a B. And so they reassured my okayness.
So you would say you were calmed down by your parents' email?
Yes.
So how can you explain the email that you sent to Professor Bode?
Well, I got the B, and I was very upset, obviously. I've never gotten a B in my career, and so I sent Professor Bode an email, and I would apologize to Professor Bode if you were here, because it was very late at night, and after talking to my parents, I realized that it wasn't important to me. And I loved chemistry. I would never set a place on fire that I loved.
So, did you mean for your grade to get personal in any way?
No.
No further questions.